What's up, everybody? Mike here, Rec Masters Disc Golf.
Jimbo, Rec Masters Disc Golf, apparently.
And this is another ACB Showdown round. This is me challenging Jimbo for his tag, and my tag's on the line also.
Absolutely.
I do want to note that we also have Steve's challenging Timbo. No. Timbo's challenging Steve, and Steve is also challenging me for my tag.
I'm challenging Jimbo for his.
Oh yeah.
For our bag tags from the Pittsburgh Flying Discs.
All right. So anyway, yeah, we're not doing a take two.
There's something going on.
But anyway, here we go.
All right, what's up, everybody? Back with another ACB bag tag round.
Showdown round.
Showdown round, Deer Lakes Park. Me versus Jimbo, hole one. Starting off here with a defender. Just trying to get it up around this dead tree in the middle of the fairway that we all hope falls over someday.
Yeah.
Swinging it a little wide out to the left. It's not a very good place to be over there.
No. Jimbo orking it up.
Yeah, that's looking pretty good there.
Weird skip.
Yeah, kind of a anti-skip. Putting my felon on a little flex line, just didn't get it up high enough. Hits that log laying across the fairway there.
Jimbo's throwing his fuse. Nope.
My pure on a little forehand ante line, which is barely missing that tree right there.
Good shot.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that one. Put it right under the basket.
Put the pressure on Jimbo to have a nice upshot.
Jimbo feeling the camera pressure. Oh. Jimbo putting in the jug.
That was honestly.
All right, going into hole two, I'm up one. Short par three. This is a new pin position that they just put in. Pin used to be down to the left a little bit further from where it is right now, so it was like invisible from the tees.
Yeah, they moved it back away from the tee about 10 feet and up.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see the top of it just poking out right above the crest of that hill across the ravine on the left, right next to that tree.
Eric Cave, this one's for you. Uh-oh.
EMAC.
Yanked.
Yeah, we're all pulling them.
Yeah, we're all pulling them. I don't know why. Basket's over on the other side.
Trying to throw harder to get it there.
Jimbo has what looks to be a good throw here. It just ends up a little bit too short, fades out a little early.
Not bad.
But not too bad. He'll be putting.
Yeah.
Even Leah pulled hers too.
It's a magnet over there in the woods.
Yeah. Just trying to get out of trouble here with my harp.
Putting.
Yeah, it's pretty much right under the basket there.
Jimbo has a nice look at it.
Oh, man. Sit down.
That's the danger there.
Yeah, he's lucky those leaves were there. That could have kept rolling.
We both almost fall at the same time here. Whoop.
Jimbo puts in his three. I put in my three. And I'm still up one going into hole three. This is a long par 5, 825 feet. Real low ceiling, straight as an arrow.
Yep, do not go left or right.
And lots of elevation. Down off the tee and then up onto the green. Throwing my pure here off of the tee. And that turned out pretty well.
Jimbo going EMAC truth. Looking good.
Yeah, you got a real nice turn on that.
Nice.
Maybe a little left. Treacherous hole 3.
Throwing my stable river there, Opto River, heavy, like 176, I think. That thing is stable as almost my culverin. I was trying to get a little bit more turn out of that.
Jimbo going mystery disc.
Yeah. Nice little forehand flex out to the middle there to get a good shot at the green. I finished a little far to the left. I got to get up around this group of trees here onto the fairway with my culverin. That's pretty much just what I was trying to do.
Looked like Jimbo threw that as hard as he could have.
Yeah, I think he definitely came up a little shorter than he wanted to there. And sawed that off.
He knew it.
Trying to get my little funny looking jump putt to stick.
Jimbo coming.
It's coming up just a little bit short. Nervous because that's a little bit of a death putt there.
Tapping out.
Tapping out. Oh, I got this going still. Picked up another stroke on Jimbo there. Up by 2 at this point. Going into hole 4. This is another new pin position. They just installed this one over to the right. The old A pin position was just like dead straight and kind of short and in the middle of the fairway. It was just kind of a dinker. But I got lucky there. That wasn't a good shot. I got helped out by the wind.
He was still about 20 short.
Jimbo going overstable again and putting a little too much hyzer on that one.
Jimbo probably from just outside the circle.
This is for my 2. And just coming off the top of the basket, I was not happy with myself. And we'll both take 3s on this hole.
Yep.
Still 2 strokes up going into hole 5. Just trying to float this one down to the basket in the A pin position.
Such a tempting ace run.
It's tough. It's so downhill. You got to get the. That was a good angle. I just didn't get any fade off my pure. I put like a little too much spin on it, I feel like.
Yeah, I just held that line the whole way.
And Jimbo does the opposite. Saws it off a little short.
Little nose up.
Oh no!
Not very happy with that one.
Trying to kill Steve.
That was going to be a nice shot if I could have just gotten it around that tree. Jimbo for his 3. For my 3.
Falls out of the sky.
Yeah. And we'll go I take 4s on this hole. Still a 2-stroke difference going into hole 6.
Tapping out.
See that lead?
Uh-oh.
What's that?
There's a squatch in these woods.
Sasquatch.
They were up there in the woods by Deer Lakes. I never saw one until now.
going into hole 6. This is a easy little forehand shot off of the tee, trying to get into the middle of the fairway to get a shot up to the green. Gotta take my hood off, that bothers me.
Put mine on.
That pretty much got right out of where I wanted it to go. Jimbo gets his out real flat and goes just a little too far, smacks a tree, but he still has an okay look at the green.
Mystery disc.
And he's putting.
Should be able to get up and down from there.
I had this weird little flex line that I had to throw my triple X with. It goes a little higher than I wanted it to.
Looks good.
Yeah, it gets a little bit of a rollback, but it's not too bad. I'm still putting.
You're on a good side of those trees down below the basket where they wouldn't messing with you.
First 3 and goes right off the top of the basket. For my 3, and I'll be picking up another one on Jimbo. Go ahead.
Jimbo's sad.
Wah, wah. Alright, hole 7. Now I'm 3 up. And it's just a big hyzer off the hill. Forehand or backhand. I just put way too much hyzer on it and almost aced this garbage can. Oh, ah.
Where that shot belonged.
Yeah, that would have been appropriate. Jimbo gets a little help from the wind, putting his a little farther than he wants it to go. I was just trying to drop mine by the basket. Little stall shot.
Had some branches to contend with there.
Yeah, Jimbo coming from up the hill. After going long on his drive, that's a really nice touch shot.
Yeah.
Puts him about, what, 5 feet from the basket.
Yeah. Oh.
That is just a putt that I don't know how I miss it, but it happens way too often.
Jimbo could save.
Yeah, putting in his 3. I'm taking a 4 on this hole. He takes one back from me. Here's one.
Kool-Aid. Took this picture at night.
All right. He took one back from me, so 2-stroke difference again. Throwing a forehand up the hill. This is my fault. I tried being slick and lifting the camera up to get a good shot of that, and I messed it all up. Sorry, Jimbo. I'm throwing a thumber up the hill here with my triple X over the trees.
See it come back here at the left.
Yeah, and it must have taken a good skip and roll because it ends up a little closer to the basket than I thought.
Oh, Jimbo.
Man, it just hits right off of those logs and it rolls. It still stayed in bounds, but that's a tough putt from there with the wind that always happens up at the top of this hill.
Good hit.
Thank you. I'll put in my 2 there. That's a tough putt. Putting at the OB. And like I said, with a little bit of wind that's always swirling around up there.
Oh, Jimbo.
Takes another bad roll. And it just keeps lifting his putt up. I really think that's the wind lifting his putts up.
Yep.
What you say, let it out?
Ain't enough of that.
He took a 6 on that hole, so that's a 4-stroke swing right there. 6-stroke difference now going into hole 9. Big par 5. I'm throwing my gold line culver in here. Just trying to get it out past those trees on the left, but I put a little too much hyzer on it. Luckily I didn't hit anything.
Yeah, it stayed clean. Jimbo's using that overstable mystery driver.
Yeah, I think he let go of that a touch earlier than he wanted to.
It's a mash over to the left side of the fairway.
He's like, yeah, that wasn't too bad though.
Or
Yeah, doesn't get the turn that he wants to out of that.
with a body English.
Yeah. Trying to go straight ahead and then letting it fade once it gets into the woods. Throwing my sword here, trying to just hyzer flip it up. But throw it too low and it gets a little too much flip on it. That would have gone into the woods bad.
Cut rolled back for you, but
Yeah, trying to turn my harp over to flex it down onto the green. Get a couple tree hits there, but that's not too bad. I'm still have a good shot at the green from there. Jimbo coming up out of the woods with another uphill touch shot that ends up really nice.
he has that shot down.
I just leave that too wide. Takes a little bit of a roll, but that ends up, I'm fine. I'm about 10 or 15 feet out.
Oop, get out of the shot.
That wind. I'm telling you, you can see that wind lifting every one of his putts up.
Well, did it to yours there, but you got lucky.
Yeah. Lucky the top of those chains held that disc in. Throwing it to practice basket. That's something we always do.
I made it twice.
Almost
3.
Yep, right off the basket there. I made it a couple times. Not this time. You can see my disc land over there to your right. That was bad. Alright, going into hole 10. Still got a 6-stroke lead. Trying to throw my destiny up through this left gap. It's risky, but it pays off if you can hit it. And I just throw it way too low into the ground. It's terrible. Jimbo's going for the same gap here.
And he hits it.
Yeah, he nails
Yours
it.
worked out.
It turns out perfect. He knows it. Just trying to get across this field as far as I can, knowing that I'm not really going to get up to the green at this point.
So good throw.
Yeah, just throwing up for my 4. Jimbo with that slick forehand puts it right under the basket. That is pretty
Drop
much
in 3.
Yeah, can't really play that hole much better than that, I don't think.
Nope.
At our level.
Just goes backhand, forehand, drop in.
Yep. Picks up a stroke on me there. Going into 11 with a 5-stroke difference.
Man,
Jimbo getting gangster on you.
shit ain't right.
Going into hole 11. This hole kicks my butt every time.
Yeah, it can be one of the harder par 3s.
It can, but Jimbo's aced it twice.
Yeah, not for Jimbo though, apparently.
Just puts a little too much angle on his disc there, I think. Never fades out for him. I'm trying to throw my pure up the gut here. And as usual, first tree off the tee.
It's good tree placement.
Yeah. Just trying to throw a little forehand turnover shot here with my Gold Line River. And all in all, from where I was there, I was decently happy with that shot. At least I got towards the basket.
Yeah. Jimbo assessing, choosing, and then executing here.
Going with the Cody Wingett ace method.
And he chose well.
Oh man, almost smashes it. Putting from the casual creek down there. Just trying to lay up for my 4. Well, I mean, I was really trying to run that, but
You're right there. You should have an easy drop in here.
yeah. But you know, that happens.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with
Look
you
at Jimbo's
again.
face.
Your face is great because it goes from like, this is gonna be funny to total disappointment in like a millisecond.
And I can understand why. Disappointment in myself. Oh man. Could have been a 4, turns out to be a 6.
Ouch. Well, you look like you
That was rough. Take my medicine, learn my lesson. That brings it back to 2-stroke difference going into hole 12. This is pin position. This pin position straight ahead. Is this where
Yeah.
it was for the last video?
No, it was down to the right.
Yeah, so this is a different pin position. Straight ahead with a total death putt right behind the basket. Jimbo gets a little bit of a booster there by the wind. That'll put him about just outside the circle, I guess.
Crazy how 2 par 3s with a couple little putting hiccups can swing things.
Yep. Trying to flip on my destiny, but it never comes back for me.
Plop.
Yeah, definitely just trying to lay up there for my 3, not trying to tempt that that hill behind the basket.
Yeah, you go down there, you're in jail.
Yes.
I think I was in the back of Jimbo's mind there.
Yeah. That's about a 30-foot drop right behind there down to the next little level area.
Oh,
And just
coming in.
trees everywhere. Jimbo putting in his 3. Mine's laying right up there by the basket for my 3. Timbo putting in his 3, I'd assume, and Steve as well.
Steve didn't look happy when he picked up as many there. I don't think
Yeah,
he...
that might have been a 4.
Hole 13. The new pin position.
Yep. Jimbo throwing his PDGA disc, whatever MVP model that is.
Neutron, maybe? I don't know.
It's a nice, decent little kick. I mean, it could have been worse there for sure. Going defender here, trying to just like Annie it and get a flex. And just throw it way out wider than I wanted
Did
to.
it get Andy flex?
No, it didn't have any time. At this point, I'm just trying to get as close to the green as I can.
It's nice that that trail's up there, though. You kind of have a little...
Yeah, but that happens.
Worked out, though, I think.
Yeah, it puts me in not a bad spot, but still,
Stitching up the fairway.
yeah, not what I'm looking for at all.
Easy to do on this hole.
Basket's over there behind the wall on the other side of that ravine there. Jimbo puts a little too much angle on his disc and does not get the flex that he wants to.
This is where you're...
I have a nice line here, but again, I'm trying to go with a little bit of a flex, but I put too much angle on it.
Threw your pure straight at it.
No, I wasn't feeling that for some reason. I like the forehand shot there. I feel like I can overshoot it easier with the pure.
Jimbo checking where the basket's at. And if history has proven itself today, is when Jimbo has a shot like this.
Yeah, it turns out pretty well.
And he doesn't disappoint.
Yeah, this is no different. This is for my 4? Mach X basket does not want to keep the disc.
Yeah.
Jimbo picks up another one, and that's a 1-stroke difference due to my stupid mistake. Hey kids, don't try to smash your disc into the basket whenever it's not necessary at all from 1 foot away. Jimbo going forehand off the tee here, looking really good until that happens.
He's like, who niced me?
Going Hazer flip to Annie with the Gold Line River. Wish I had a little bit more height on that. Same shot basically right here. Had a little bit better height there, and that turns out pretty much how I wanted it to.
Yeah. You're crossing too, that's a good throw.
Yeah.
Puts the pressure on Jimbo.
And I think that was just a little bit of an early release. I think he wanted to take that tunnel up to the left there.
Yeah, a little flex shot.
Yeah. Just
Good.
didn't get the angle on it that he wanted to.
Good tree on the end of it too.
He just turns his wrist a little bit on that one, I think.
Didn't get it up enough.
Yeah. It's tough throwing uphill like that.
This hill's really steep too. As is common at Deer Lakes. He's good up.
Yeah, I get a nice little kick there off of the tree that put me right under the basket. I got a little lucky. I don't think it would have been too bad, but
Tapping out.
yeah, Jimbo putting in his 5, me putting in my 4, so we're back to a 2-stroke lead. Going into 15, par 3, signature hole here at Deer Lakes, going across the lake and the cattails and all that.
Pin's been moved to A pin from B.
Throwing my prime Marshall, Trilogy Challenge Marshall here.
Oh God.
And that was looking pretty good.
He kept it out of the Marshall.
Yeah. That was about as good as you can throw this hole, I think. Well, it's about as good as I can. Steve didn't skip his across the lake that time. He did get across, though.
He was happy about something.
Jimbo just getting a little more turn than he wanted
Still
to,
got
but it
over.
stayed up in the air and got over.
Yep.
It's inbounds.
Going prime escape.
Staying up in the air,
It's
too.
over.
And that's over. Nice and safe. Leah throws from the red tees here, just with the distance off of this tee in the lake right there. She doesn't feel like buying discs every week. She does play tournaments too, playing women's rec. They always play from the red tees anyway, so she's a trooper playing from the white tees with us all the time.
Yeah,
Helps her game a ton though.
for sure. Walking, walking. Don't fall in the bog.
Blah. The bog of eternal stench.
Yep. Gets pretty stinky in the summer.
Yeah, it does. It gets wretched. These lakes there's 3 lakes here at the park, and they just fill up with lily pads. Like, you can't even fish or anything.
You
In
can
the
if you
summertime.
want.
Well, I mean, in the summertime, you're going to lose a lot of hooks if you do. In the summertime. In the fall and the spring and
Yeah,
the
right?
winter, sure. In the
Everybody's
summertime,
sitting
when
here thinking,
all those
"Don't
lily
do
pads are don't bother.
What was I thinking?
Ah,
What's going on here?
I don't know. It's gross. All right, I get another one back on Jimbo there.
Nice. shadow of you taking the picture.
Yeah. Just trying to get through this tunnel with my felon out to the fairway.
That's not the way you go.
Nah, I release a little early. That is not what I want at all. Steve gets right out past there, just squeaks it through. That was a nice shot. Steve's creeping back up at this point. We were filming me and Jimbo the whole time, so I wasn't even thinking about the fact that Steve is creeping back up to get his tag back from me. I think he's up on me at this point.
Yeah.
I was not even thinking about it. Jimbo taking his medicine there, throwing out to the fairway.
Looks like you're gonna do the same.
Yeah, trying to. But the jail that it is, I just couldn't get it out there. I shouldn't have tried to putt. I should have tried to forehand something out there.
Jimbo's looking for a big flare, but this just slides forward on the ground.
Yeah, he didn't get the skip that he wanted to. I had nothing here. Doesn't really look like it because of the big opening that the camera's looking at, but for me to get to the basket there, I had absolutely nothing. You know it's bad when I'm trying to forehand roller out of here.
Yeah. The left side can get rough.
Yep.
With different stances you're trying.
I just get over on the disc a little too much. Takes a little weird bounce there, I think.
You're break back in.
Into the woods. A little forehand Annie out with the pure.
Where'd it go? Oh, flop.
Yeah, that put me right back into the game here on this hole.
Jimbo looking to get one here.
Yeah, you can get one back here on me, definitely. Oh, but he just takes such a bad break there.
That's been the story for him all day today.
Yep. It could have been worse. I mean, he gets saved right there by that little tree. That could have kept going.
It's just crazy how that thing just bounced up into a roll.
Yep. Yeah, he's not happy with that one.
Dare we to smash it into the basket again?
Got it.
Yeah, put in my 5 there. I think Jimbo took a 6, so that puts me up by 4.
Yep.
Going into 17, short little par 3 in the A pin position. We're both going to be playing forehands here. The sun decided to come out. I thought that was my felon, but I think that might have been my culvert.
Yeah, it looked like it. I don't see Drew.
Jimbo going orc. It's a pretty stable orc. Gets a big flare at the end there. Looked pretty good, but ended up skipping pretty long.
Yep.
For his 2.
Nope.
Comes up a little bit short there. Steve for his 2. And man, just gets robbed. I'm trying to put this in. If I could put this in, then that would bring me back up to 1 down from Steve, which I think that I could make up on 18. So I could go into playoff holes with Steve if I pick this up, which I don't. So at this point, I'm just kind of thinking Steve's got me. He's got his tag back.
Yeah, I birdied this one to pull ahead of Jimbo.
Yeah. I'm up by 4 on Jimbo, so I'm just trying to par this hole and just kind of stay where I am. Unless something catastrophic happened with Steve, which isn't likely. Gets a little too much turn out of his drive there.
Yeah, he just needs to throw that a little bit more left and a little bit more hyzer.
Yeah. If he threw more left, he wouldn't even have to put more hyzer.
He still might want to. I don't think that looked like it was going to come back.
Throwing my trespass here. And just getting too much turn on that also. That does not want to come back for me. It's tough to tell because there aren't any leaves on the trees and stuff, but it's windier than it looks.
Yes. Jimbo just gets all that one.
Yeah, he crushed that. Rolls out of bounds and comes back in. He gets the lucky roll back. Going defender here around the corner. Got.
It's impossible to see, but
Yeah, that put me about 40 feet out from the basket, I think, if even that.
Jimbo gonna do the same.
Yep.
I think he hits a tree on his skip.
Yeah, I think he wanted a little bit more skip out of that.
Me and Steve trying to figure out what the hell to do.
This is pretty much a deja vu from mine and Steve's last filmed round. Except he threw a different shot, but where he was pretty much a deja vu.
Yeah.
Gets out with his little lefty forehand. This is for his 4.
Yes.
That looked so good, but just swings out just a little bit wide right. Sits down nice though. This can be a little bit of a death putt too.
Jimbo's bird.
He just can't capitalize.
Well,
Waiting for a little bit of that wind to die down. I honestly should have just laid this one up, because that wind just took it.
yep.
There's nothing I could do about that. Jimbo coming back for his par. Puts that in. Scary putt there, hitting off the top of the basket. Off the top of the chains, I mean. This one was kind of weird coming up around this tree with a little Annie putt. Doesn't read as well on camera, but
Yeah. Good putt,
put that one in for my par. Yeah. And Steve edges me out to get his tag back. And I got Tim and Jimbo switch, and we'll let these guys tell you all about it.
All right, ACB Showdown round is come to a close. I got Jimbo's tag. Yay! Steve is getting his tag back from me, finally. Congratulations. Tim and Jimbo switched Pittsburgh Flying Disc Society tags from what number switched?
I had 26, he had 23, so it just switched.
So now 23, 26. And I want to give a shout out to my wife, Leah, over here. She shot her best round ever here at Deer Lakes today at 13 over from the white tees. Yeah. All right, everybody, we'll see you next time. Rec Masters.
Yeah, ACB.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out for another ACB Showdown round between Mike and Jimbo and Steve and Tim.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff going on in that round. But, yeah, that was a good one.
Yep. we took all of Jimbo's tags that he had.
Sorry, Jimbo. And, yeah, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and some comments and all that kind of stuff. And we will see you out on the course.